Well, good evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Alan Matthew, and I'm here with a weather update. I am sure that by this point, most of you are aware of the fact that we have a wintry weather precipitation event kind of taking shape for tonight. It's not going to be a big deal, but hey, let's talk about it. Here's a live look first at Meridian, Mississippi tonight. You can see they're socked in with clouds, which has pretty much been the story for most of us here in the Magnolia State today. Also the story here in Columbus. You can see the low-level clouds there on the Alpha Skycam. Very cloudy, very dreary, and cold, damp night. The bigger picture will reveal to us that all of this is being driven by the development of a low-pressure system that I'm pointing out to you right there. This low-pressure system will continue developing and will move up the Atlantic shoreboard. And eventually, these folks up here in New England, they'll be dealing with that tomorrow night. But for us, we're seeing a little bit of a wraparound precipitation here. Still enough moisture here to get some precip out. And also some cold air there in place, especially in the upper levels, which is driving that wintry mixture precipitation chance for tonight. Here's a look at the current radar of the Magnolia State. You'll note a lot of rain starting to get up there into the north-central portions of Mississippi and making its way eastward across the state. We'll be dealing with it here probably around 9 o'clock-ish or so. Here's a look at surface analysis, and one thing that you will note, if you can see it very well, is that temperatures in many locations are several degrees above freezing. And yet, we talk of wintry precipitation. How is this possible? Well, I'll tell you why in a second, but just know many places are in the upper 30s right now. Let's do a little bit of model analysis. This is the GFS model showing us the low pressure system and all the surrounding precip. And this here is valid for 7 p.m. tonight. Here we go. This is 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. You'll note that most of this is out of here. So again, we have a very limited window for wintry precip. And then down here you'll see that by tomorrow night, there it is. New England is having to deal with this big system up there, and they're going to see a little bit of snow off of that for sure. Here's the next 24 hours. Things are looking good for Sunday. Sunday's going to be a beautiful day, and the latter half of tomorrow should be nice as well. Closer look at the GFS. Here's the 7 o'clock tonight. There's that nose of colder air at the surface, and definitely a loft that will support some wintry precip, and that's out of here by tomorrow morning. And then things should be cleared up for the most part by sunset tomorrow. Alright, look at some temperature analysis throughout the vertical atmosphere. This is for 9 o'clock tonight. And you'll note here at the surface, many locations are still above freezing by several degrees. But if you move up to the 925 millibar level, which is several hundred to 1,000 feet above us, there is a nose of freezing or below freezing temperatures. Up higher at the 825 level, there's clearly quite a bit of freezing air over the Mississippi Delta. And then here's a look up there at around 700 millibars, definitely some support there. And here's our 06C, or about midnight tonight. Look, this should be a surface map, but it is actually a 925. So I'll just point out, you see there's plenty of below freezing temperatures at 925, and then you move up to 825. Plenty of freezing air there as well. And then the upper levels, around 700 millibars, there's quite a bit of freezing air there too. Oops. Now let's analyze the moisture for tonight. Moisture is going to be the limiting factor, and I will just say, I know this doesn't mean anything to you guys, but here's the moisture that's available at 9 p.m. tonight, and then you'll note very dry air moving in by midnight into the northwestern portion of Mississippi. That's going to make a very small window for any kind of wintry precipitation to occur in. Here's a sounding of Corinth, Mississippi tonight at midnight. If anybody's going to see some accumulation from this, I believe it's going to be Corinth and places up around Tishomingo County, Blue Mountain College. Maybe you guys up there will see some light snow on the ground in the morning, but sounding shows very shallow layer of above freezing temperatures at the surface, and then most of the atmosphere above that is either at or slightly below the freezing mark, which should support some flurries making it to the ground. The NWS in Jackson, in general, agrees with this. They've drawn out a little line here showing you places above that should see some type of a mixture tonight. In Columbus, we should get down to a low of around 32 degrees tonight, which is the freezing mark. Skies will remain overcast throughout the night, with clearing expected by tomorrow afternoon. There will be a wintry precipitation mix. I believe it'll start off as mostly rain, transitioning to some rain with some wet snow, some sleet, and then finally we might see some pure snow around midnight tonight. Winds will be out of the northwest 5 to 15 miles per hour, and I should note, no major travel impacts expected with tonight's weather. There may be a couple of slick spots on the roads and bridges tomorrow, so especially the bridges, so you'll want to take it easy on the roads if you have to travel early tomorrow morning. But there you have it. There's your forecast. If you want more weather updates, I'm on social media, and you can connect with me there. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. So I hope you all have a great and warm, dry evening tonight. Have a great one. God bless.